Hey, Health Sciences 3P80 students, it's Ian Gordon from the Brock Library, just giving you some tips or a conversation about how best to do this particular assignment and how I and the library can help support you. Here's the library homepage. You know how to get here to use Omni, but if you click on Research Guides and you go to Subjects and listed in alphabetical order are all the research guides for your program and other ones as well. So go to the Health Sciences tab. There's an excellent systematic review, scoping reviews, and other evidence synthesis guides. I'll point you to that. But if you click on this particular one, it brings up a whole range and tabs of things to look for in your particular program. To find articles, theses, news, streaming videos, writing and citing help. But if you click on the bottom, it says Health Sciences 3P80 tab. It'll bring up this page. And on this page is a guide that was put together by Elizabeth Yates, and I've updated it. So thanks for people in the library to help us with this. If you click on the guide, or right here, the video you're watching is part of this conversation as well, posted to YouTube, brings up this particular guide. It's a guide specifically to this course, and there's a number of tabs on the left-hand side. Developing a research topic, really important. Annotated bibliographies, resources and tools and guides to help you with that, and all the way down to screening, managing, and extracting data from results as well. The Prisma reporting guidelines and library tutorials that may be able to help you. I'll let you go through these to see which ones help you as you move through on a weekly basis to complete a rapid review and move through this really important research topic. The differences between rapid reviews and systematic reviews are many, but here's a few. Rapid reviews can differ from systematic and other more rigorous reviews in several ways. Here's one. Search strategies are often restricted by date, population or populations, intervention, comparisons, outcomes, language, and or topics. And so you can restrict the focus of the research question or topic. There's usually fewer sources are searched, meaning databases that are searched, but there's key ones. Search as using fewer databases, limited. You usually don't move into the gray literature or include forward or hand citation hunting as part of a rapid review. Inclusion and exclusion criteria, normally done by systematic scoping and other types of reviews, may be used to limit results or maybe not. Sources retained may be limited to, maybe in this case, just scholarly peer-reviewed articles. Look on the assignment to know what you're supposed to look for and what's the outcome as well. Rapid reviews have fewer reviewers or a single reviewer that's probably going to maybe used for screening and or data analysis stages of this particular assignment. And subsequent analysis, but should be documented along with citations used. Description of the methodologies employed and emergent themes you eventually find through this particular project. These are all elements of other types of reviews, but rapid reviews are kind of scoped, limited, and include essential elements of these themes as well. Most importantly, rapid reviews can take a significantly less amount of time and energy. But rapid reviews, protocols, databases, search, the stuff you've done, documented of search strategies, the Prisma flow charts, and most importantly, the types of reporting guidelines should all be followed in all reviews, and hopefully you'll be able to do that as well. Here's a research question or topic that I use. What is the impact of community-based exercise programs on the cardiovascular health of seniors? You have your own research question and topic. You've refined it. You've tried, pushed, pulled, and see whether it works or doesn't work. So when you actually jump to develop a research strategy and do your search, you're pretty comfortable and pretty capable. This will work for you. A good research question or topic is clearly defined. You'll learn how to do that. It's operationalizable, meaning it's easy to translate into a search strategy for searching the literature. It's informed by knowledge of the subject area. You're not reinventing the world as you know it, and you're not doing something totally brand new. There needs to be something there. It's supported by background evidence, and evidence synthesis is the key element here. It's not answered by an existing or current research study or review. Actually, you search to see if this has been done, and you're testing and trying. And then it should be interesting and novel, ethical, and relevant to this particular subject area, but also to the course criteria. You want to do something that meets the criteria for this particular course. So here's my research question. I broke it down into concepts. One is community-based exercise is my activity or intervention. Cardiovascular health is my topic I'm looking for. My population is seniors as well. But English isn't perfect. And when you transliterate your searches to particular databases that you have to search, it takes a bit of art, and that's where the art of online searching comes. How do you take this research question, build the concepts, look at the language, and then implement it, thinking like the database. So here on top is my question, and I broke it down into the 3 concepts, and I've used the words I started with, but you'll develop a lexicon of words that help describe these particular research concepts. Good search tips always for every database, generating keywords and synonyms for your topic. I use Word Hippo. It's a great tool to help what other words may describe my population or my research strategies, intervention or outcomes. Words are really important here. Using OR for your concepts, synonyms, it's like teenager, adolescent, or high school student, child or children, boy or girl or gender, different words to describe different phenomena or research concepts, and you add those concepts together. I'll show you in a minute what that looks like. You can use truncation marks on each side of an exact phrase to look for that word as a phrase, like community development. You can truncate individual words in almost all databases. Some databases use specific types of truncation tools. This uses Shift-8 or the asterisk to pick up the word teen or teenagers or teenage, any words with that variant. Sometimes I do is if I find a perfect article, I look to the database and see what subject terms or controlled language that they actually use so that I'm thinking like the database and searching for similar sorts of concepts. Again, think like the database when you're searching. Use the subject filters for document types, for language, and for search concepts as well. So here's a Word Hippo. I looked up the word physical activity, and I said, oh, I never thought of exercise or fitness or exertion. Again, you got to think like the database, build a lexicon of keywords that you'd like to search for each research concept, and then write them down and then put them into a search strategy. So I've transliterated my research concepts, and I've added a number of terms that I found as I've kind of pushed and pulled and tried for different things, and using Word Hippo as well. Seniors is also aged, very old, elderly, retired, geriatric is gerontology. And then if you take this and you put it into each specific database, here's a strategy that I've put up together with. Exercise or exercising or physical activity as a phrase, or fitness or movement, or game or games. I thought that may be important to my population. And then I add another research concept. I've got 3, seniors or aged or very old. Put those together with ORs. See, the syntax of using ORs and ANDs is really important. Then my third concept was cardiovascular, heart or circulatory, or different words that describe this phenomenon. Again, you have to think like the database. And my filters are, I'm looking for something from 2000 to the present. I'm using English language as things I'd like. So these are my inclusion or exclusion criteria. The disciplinary focus is in health sciences. It's medicine, it's recreation, it's psychology is always involved, nursing, community health. So different disciplines have different databases, but the format of what I'm looking for are scholarly peer-reviewed articles. Though theses, magazines, conference proceedings, presentations may be interesting, really I'm looking for scholarly peer-reviewed articles. That's the paramount of evidence synthesis types of reviews I'm looking for. And then here's the databases I tend to search. I always try with Google Scholar, just throw things at it and see what comes out in case you find 1 or 2 articles that are ideal, or you just find things that help you develop a lexicon to augment or your research question into research concepts, into a search strategy like the one you have here as well. Web of Science Core Collection is an important database to search because it covers all areas of medicine, science, health, social sciences, and to a large extent, humanities types of research as well. It's like a one search look, like Omni or Google Scholar, but this is more intensive and generally only includes scholarly peer-reviewed literature and sources. There's lots of databases you can search. The green ones are open databases, meaning you can search them to your heart's content. You don't have to go through the Brock proxy, but use the Brock proxy addresses on our page, and I'll show you that in the search. Dimensions, Semantic Scholar, OSF preprints. BASE is a really neat database. Again, you probably won't use these, but in the methodology, you like to search and scrape disciplinary databases and open databases as well. Though you won't be doing this for this assignment, always as part of a review type of scholarly endeavor. News, evidence synthesis, other systematic reviews, and other health databases may help you as well. First of all, you can go to the research guide under the articles tab for health sciences, but you can also go to here on the homepage databases, and they're listed here alphabetically. And I just went under M and typed in Medline, and there's 4 types of Medline databases, or it's the same database, searchable by 4 different interfaces. The one for SciFinder N you won't be using because it's for chemistry, but there's 3 that are used here. So choose the one that's most appropriate and then learn how it works. Ask, work with your colleagues, or book a research consultation, and then we'll do your research strategy together. Medline via Web of Science Complete is a really neat, simple tool. Medline versus PubMed, which is an open database, as it says open access, is what you need to know. You should try it, and you really should become an expert because you'll be using this database not only here as part of scholarship, but a part of your professional practice going down the road as well. And Medline via Ovid is a really neat database. It takes a different tact and helps you to define what subjects or keywords or controlled vocabulary best works for your research concepts as well. Let's just look at a few screenshots here. So here's a PubMed search I did. I searched for these concepts one at a time. I ordered similar sorts of concepts, either by searching by keyword or subject, and then I ANDed the search concepts together. I've got 12 results at the top, which is kind of going, geez, probably not enough. Maybe I've done something different, or I need to augment or change my research strategy. But at the end of it, you look at each individual citation, 1, 12, or 20, or how many you get. The art of online searching is not getting too many results that you're wasting your time, but not too few that you're missing things of peripheral interest. I think I did too few. So you can go down the page and look at each one of these and then find the full text article for each one of them, and then include them as part of your citation analysis to Zotero, or another tool like the Covenants database, or whatever you'd like to use. But you need to record the number you got and grab all these citations as well. Here's the Ovid interface for Medline. It kind of looks the same. I went through exercise and cardio, then put in keywords and use controlled language terms. Again, it's the same Medline database. You're just kind of tackling it differently. I found 115 results at the bottom. I just kind of threw this together, but an experienced searcher would take a lot of time making sure that it worked appropriately and you didn't miss anything, and you didn't get too many results as well. Limiting by date, by scholarly peer-reviewed articles, and probably limiting by language, meaning English as well. So you look through them all, you write down your number, and you grab the ones that you think are appropriate. But you download all citations and put them into Covenants or Zotero or another format that tracks citations as well. Web of Science Core is a database that covers all articles, like I've said and showed you, and you can search Medline at the same time. So it's kind of a neat tool that pulls 2 things together. So here's a strategy where I put everything on exercising or physical activity using the truncation, Shift 8, or the quotation marks. So I looked up the term physical activity. And then I put in cardiovascular, then I put in my population, and topic in this particular database is all terms in a bibliographic data element, meaning title, abstract, author keywords, and subject controlled vocabulary or mesh terms as well. So I still got too many, so I look for words and titles. So the strategy, how you search changes because you want, again, not too many, but not too few. So in my particular example, in my research question, I found the word community near within 3 words on either side of the word based. So community-based, or community nursing-based, or help-based in community nursing or health. So the different variations of different phrases and words as well. I found 55 records. Is that too many, too few? You can use the filters by language, by date, and by scholarly peer-reviewed articles, and you can go through them and set them aside, download them all, or you can look at them one at a time. The thing about this database is for that first one, not only did you find this article, it's been cited 200 times since it was published in 1997 by other database articles as well. So it's kind of been highly cited and it's kind of relevant to what you're looking for. But you can go further down and go through all 55 or how many that you find, and you look at the bibliographic elements. This one's co-authored by your professor. Gives you the title, the bibliographic elements, volume, page numbers, and gives you a DOI. Almost all your articles have DOI, which is our digital object identifier numbers. Almost every article you come across has this unique number starting with the number 10, and it could be long or short, but it's specific to this particular article. An abstract, more information about keywords, keyword pluses, meaning the database. So you can look at these and you can track other articles like this as well, but you want to download everything and put it together because you need to include the number in your Prisma flow chart, but you also need to grab all these things and then dedupe them from all the databases that you search, including Medline. I use Zotero Bib all the time. Maybe you do. I include the number for the DOI for that particular article, and I click on API and I click on other styles and it pulls up the citation. You can cut and paste if you want. Pretty good. I think that's pretty accurate, but it's a way of getting a quick citation. The nice thing about Zotero Bib is that it's free. It works quite well, and the citation it produces is current, meaning it interprets APA 7th edition rules really well. Use it at your own leisure. You can use Zotero or other citation management systems. So I take that DOI and I actually put it into the database, create a folder. This one's called Future, and I put that article and other articles. So you can upload, export, or download, a bit of a trick, all the citations for all the databases you search and put them into the database into one large file. And at the end of this, when you deduped and you've looked at all your citations, you pull together a bibliography like this that you can include. Looks pretty good, includes the DOIs and the URLs. So it's a pretty fancy way of doing your research and completing your rapid review. We can help. So how can we help? Most students in this particular exercise for this particular course need help by choosing the appropriate databases. Medline, which one? Developing a database and disciplinary appropriate search strategies, how you put your research question together and then create concepts and then put the search strings together. Citation management of retrieved sources and creating bibliographies. Zotero and Zotero Bib help with that. Using those software or other software that may work for you as well. Inclusion and exclusion criteria you may or may not want to use. And the Covenants database, which is a subscribed proxy database, meaning we have access to it and you can use it as well. It's the tool most people who do evidence synthesis and review type literature, rapid scoping, systematic reviews, can be used. You don't need it for this assignment, but we can show you how that works. And the last thing, documenting results and following appropriate reporting guidelines. This is really important. Whatever you do, sometimes you go, how do I do that? I've never done that before. Work with your TA, your colleagues, and your professor to know how this works, but some people come to the library and book a consultation just to review these sorts of tools as well. So where do I get help? Well, you can use Ask Us Chat at the top. It works all day, it works all evening, most weekends, where it's a quick, I just need help with this, or where is this, or this isn't working out. You can review the notes that we've been through, the videos and strategies on that LibGuide, especially the course LibGuide. Ask your TA, your colleagues, as I said, or people in the Brock Library for assistance. We can get you started. Book a research consultation or appointment. You don't need to do that, but we're here to help. Click on the help tabs in each particular database, and the ones that you're looking for, they have help screens tutorials that can maybe answer the questions that you're looking for. As I said, use the Ask Us Chat service. It operates the day, evenings, and on weekends when we're not here. Ask for assistance in using Zotero Bib or Zotero to track citations if that's the software you choose to use. If you use it in this course, more than likely use it for everything else that you do as you move forward through your scholastic career. Contact the library using this email. There's someone there that works days. Get back to you within 24 hours, if not immediately. Or you can contact me. I'm the Teaching and Learning Librarian. This is my email address, igordon@brocku.ca. And if you send me a message or a note or an email, put your name or Brock University in the subject line, so the subject, the email when it gets to me, doesn't go to my trash, but it comes to me. I'm usually here most days and could respond to you evenings and weekends, usually through the day, through Monday through Friday. I'm answering my email live. Book a consultation, just to show you, is one of the tabs. It's on the Health Sciences LibGuide. So you can find it many places, but if you go to our homepage, book a consultation, it brings up all the librarians that help with teaching and learning, great people to work with. You can work with any one of these. But I'm here, and if you click this date that you pick on, it picks up the times I'm available. I'm available for half-hour slots. Then it'll ask you, what is it you're here for? You can say, I just need help with this for this particular course. It meshes with my calendar, and it's available, and we can meet in person in my office or in one of the classrooms. Or sometimes we can meet by Teams or other software where we kind of review what you're looking for. I can help you to do this assignment or learn more about how to be an effective researcher, searcher, and scholar. We won't do the work for you, but maybe that's your learning style. You or a number of you can come together. Usually you travel in 2s and 3s. I'd be glad to help you with anything there in a timely way. So good luck with this rapid review assignment. I've shown the resources. You can review the video, but reach out if you think you need help. A really interesting assignment. Good luck, and thanks for taking the time to reach us.